Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Librarian California, where today's going to be a little bit different review for me and for you. This is the first time that I've actually done a book review of a book that I just didn't really like. Now, I'm going to try to put a different spin on it. I'm going to put on my librarian hat and talk about it objectively and how this book might be right for someone else. So, what is the book? It's called The Captain and the Glory. It's published by Dave Eggers. It was published on November 19th, 2019. It's an easy 114 pages. It's a very short book. So let's talk about first why I read it. So again, in my mad dash to leave my library, as I thought, there's no way we're just going to be closed for, a couple weeks, 2 weeks, turns out it's been closed a long time. So I was just grabbing books here and there, and this caught my cover because, like all good librarians, not really, we choose books based upon covers, just like everyone else. But anyways, it's blue and orange. Those are my favorite colors, and I was like, ooh, look, a blue and orange book. I know that's terrible and I shouldn't admit it, but, sometimes librarians are like everybody else, and we judge books by their cover. So I saw the book, I was like, it's orange and blue, it sticks right out. You have to admit this is a bright colored book jacket. So then I was like, okay, I don't know what it's about. So I flipped open the first page, and the very first thing I see is a promotional sentence from B.J. Novak. And I like B.J. Novak. B.J. Novak was a writer and actor on The Office. I like his books. He's written a children's book that's amazing, and he's written a book about short stories. I really liked it, and he says, a funny, macabre, and inspired modern fable about a book and its captain. If there is any further metaphor involved, though, it's totally lost on me. So I was like, okay, that's fun, that's creative. So I decided just to give it a shot. I'd never read anything by Dave Eggers, and so, why not? It's short too, so I think I've mentioned this in a couple of my videos. I picked short books because I was like, I'd rather, if I'm gonna be in isolation, if I'm gonna be kind of isolated from the world, like, I'd rather be like, I finished like 10 books instead of maybe like I finished 2 books. So I didn't pull out, Anna Karenina or, something just, massive Ulysses book or something, 1,500 pages, 1,000 pages. So I decided, I'm like, let's have some cool, short, quick reads. And so that's another reason why I picked up this book. So that's why I read it. I like B.J. Novak. I heard Dave Eggers is funny. And it's an easy read. Very easy. You can get it done, and you could sit in one sitting and read it. So that's great. But, it's satire. So, know that it's satire. And people can find that humor, and some satire is funnier than others. And again, so this book wasn't for me. I don't, so if you don't know what it's about, so basically, I don't want to spoil this book for you, but basically, this entire book is about Trump and the Trump administration, as if Trump was leading a ship to nowhere and destroying that ship. So essentially, that's what it's about. It kind of takes you through the whole process and from beginning to end and what happens. And, there were a couple funny lines here and there, but there were some, cheesy things too that I was like, oh, that's quite literally the pun you're trying to make, just putting it right out there. So I don't know. I thought it was just lacking a little bit. And again, politics aside, like I can laugh on politics on both sides, so I'm not trying to pick sides or anything here. It's just that it was okay. Now that said, like I said, I'm going to put on my librarian hat. All books are great for someone. So I kind of try to, take a different perspective. I know there are some people out there that just tear apart books. These are terrible, they're horrible. I try not to do that. I try to say, this book is great for someone else. And it was so short, I didn't, sometimes you can just stop reading a book if you don't like it, but this was so short, I was definitely going to finish reading it. So this book's great for somebody else. If you like satire, if you like to, very contemporary political satire, very current, like right now, the current administration, if you want to read something like that, this totally is the book for you. If you really, are anti-Trump, if you're really just like, I don't know where the U.S. is going right now, we seem to be on a ship to nowhere and we're destroying it from within, then this is the book for you. And again, I like politics. I like things like this. This wasn't the book for me. But I can see a lot of people actually liking this book. I can see people being like, oh, that was really funny, or, oh yeah, that was a little too real, or, ooh, a little too close to home, or, yeah, I really like the way he kind of had, how he characterized things, or how he kind of set things that are happening in real life that are kind of just using it as metaphors and just different takes on things. So anyways, putting on my library hat, this book is great for someone else. So hope this isn't too harsh a review. I don't think it is. I've seen quite a few quite harsh reviews of books out there, but I'm trying to take a different take and just say, you know what, this book is great for someone else, and maybe that someone's you. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please consider subscribing. And again, read. That's what we can do right now. We have a time, so please use it to read. I've knocked out tons of books so far in my spare time since I've been self-isolating at home nights and weekends, and it's been good. So I'm glad that I'm knocking out my Goodreads reading challenge this year. I'm actually ahead, so that's good, because I kind of pushed myself a little bit on the number I was going to read this year, not knowing that there was going to be a pandemic and that I have extra time to read. So anyways, I hope your reading's going well, and please read the books you have. If not, visit your local library's website and try to get an ebook. Until next time.